name is KAWS, an artist, sculptor, painter. I think just as an artist, I like to stay busy. I've always, as far as reaching sort of a younger audience, it's, I think a lot of the things that I kind of interact with when I was younger with arts, a lot of the stuff I saw was through magazines and through objects and through graphics on, whether it be skateboards or t-shirts. And so I always made it a point to constantly think about how to communicate in those ways. The whole project with PAFA originated with the plinth out front and the Born to Bend sculpture. And working with Harry Philbrick, who's the director here, is somebody I met when I did a show at the Aldrich Museum in Connecticut. And when he first moved out here, he was saying, you have to see this building. It's an amazing space, you just have to come check it out. So we just started this discussion, and originally it was one sculpture, and then the opportunity came for 30th Street Station to have a piece. That was kind of like a sort of intro into what the show would be. There's a lot of new work in the show. I mean, the work that we're actually standing in front of is probably the older of the pieces here. I mean, it's funny to say that these are old when you're standing in this building, but 2004 is sort of like yesterday in this building. A lot of the work was made to kind of respond to the architecture and the site. And some of it kind of felt like a good fit, and so we decided to include it. The piece outside was, well, before that there was a marble sculpture that when the museum opened, it was there for the first, 70 years or something. And then after a time, it's become rigid and unsafe, so they had to dismantle it and take it down. And the plinth had nothing for, for years. So I was thinking of, kind of what would be the opposite of that. The works we're standing in front of, obviously started with The Simpsons, and in 2000 I did a series of package paintings where, I was thinking a lot about how sort of cartoons and the sort of visual culture, you just grow up with it and you go to other countries and kids understand that you might speak a different language, but you'll know the same sounds as like Homer or something. And I just like the way they kind of, exist and people can relate to them in different cultures. And so I just wanted to work within these imagery and sort of remake them in my own way. I started off really simple. I mean, when I was painting over billboards and phone booth ads, I kind of went from doing a more traditional graffiti and concentrating on letter forms into doing this sort of iconography, and started with skull and crossbones. And then over time I started to just kind of whittle that down to the most sort of effective marks. And I think the X is one of the stronger. I'm pretty active on Instagram. That's sort of how I pass time in between KAWS Studio. Hi, this is KAWS. You're at Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts, and you're watching Philly 360.